Hey everybody, Bridget here. Welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm actually doing a tag. I have not done a tag in a little while, and I feel really bad because I'm very behind on tags that I've actually been tagged in. But this one in particular caught my interest because it is all about sisterhood. This is called the Sisterhood of World Bloggers Award tag, which I don't actually have a blog. I tried to attempt to have a blog, but I'm not very good at it. I prefer to just have my YouTube channel. I was tagged to do this by Sylwia from Wish Fulfillment. Thank you, Sylwia, for tagging me. I will leave a link to her video down below if you want to check it out. Basically, what this tag entails is that each time you are tagged, you have to answer 10 questions that that person that tagged you came up with, and then come up with your own 10 questions and then tag 10 more people. So let's just jump right into the tag, shall we? Question number 1 is, what is your favorite manga or graphic novel? That is the worst question to ask me, seriously. I have no favorite manga. I have current favorites or old favorites or what I'm currently into, but no like ultimate all-time favorite. I really couldn't choose one, so I actually have 2 manga here from different genres and then also a graphic novel to show you. So ultimately, I think I've mentioned this on my channel enough that people know that I love it, and that is Fullmetal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. This is an amazing shonen series, great plot twist, action, funny, humorous at the same time, and it is written by a woman. I thought I had to mention it because this series is so widely known, and being a female writer and that this tag is all about female empowerment and all that jazz, I just thought I would mention that this amazing action-packed series was written by a woman. And then I just have to show one of my favorite shoujo series, and that is Girl Got Game by Shizuru Seno, which I've mentioned a couple times on my channel last year. I just have to mention again because this series is amazing and it's hilarious and funny, and the relationship between the 2 main characters is very realistic and relatable to a lot of people, and I absolutely love it. And I just think you should go check this out. Very awesome shoujo sports manga. I decided to pick something a little bit different for the graphic novel, and that is Amulet by Kazuki Buishi. This is a middle grade graphic novel series. This stars a female protagonist who is thrust into a world where she has to use this magical amulet to save it from evil and darkness, and it is really awesome. Again, it is middle grade, so it's got like this cute little bunny character in it and other cute characters, but the animation is really good and I highly enjoy this. There's about 6 volumes out right now, and if you haven't picked it up and you're into graphic novels, I highly suggest this one. I don't know if I'm cheating by picking several answers for the questions, but I felt like I needed to put in more than one because I cannot name a favorite in anything. Like seriously, question number 2 is, what is your favorite YA novel? Which is also another really hard one because I don't have a single favorite, so I want to show a couple. Tried to go with ones that aren't that popular or talked about, however, we're going with some of my favorite, and unfortunately, some of my favorite actually are very popular series. First one being Cinder by Marissa Mayer, which is a sci-fi fairy tale retelling about a girl named Cinder who is basically Cinderella. Think of it as fairy tales meets Star Wars meets Sailor Moon, because there are a lot of Sailor Moon elements in this, and something I don't know everybody knew, but Marissa Mayer used to write Sailor Moon fanfiction, so I could kind of see it in the story, and me being nostalgic for Sailor Moon, I actually really like those elements that are very related to that. Another YA trilogy that is pretty popular, but I don't know like if it's been mentioned too much, but it's gone through its rounds, but I think it's gotten forgotten, if that makes sense. But that is Girl of Fire and Thorn by Ray Carson, which is a trilogy. It is about a girl named Elisa, and what I really like about this trilogy is that it is very diverse. A lot of the names and places are very Spanish influenced. Our main character Elisa starts out not skinny. She is very realistic in her body type, how she looks, her relationship with food. It actually goes over with like how she feels about food and how she doesn't really care what people think she loves food, but how she gets looks from people because she is a princess and they look down on her for not really caring about her image. And it's just a very relatable character in how young women think and how they're portrayed and how the media portrays them, and I highly enjoyed it. Again, very diverse in its characters. One of my absolute favorite YAs, definitely. Question number 3 is, what kind of nonfiction books do you enjoy reading? I do not read a whole lot of nonfiction. I am not into that kind of thing, but I do have an obsession with fitness magazines, and also just all of these nutrition and fitness books here. I really enjoy those kind of things, but other than that, nothing really. Lots of fiction, lots and lots of fiction. Question number 4 is, do you have any procedure to filming? If so, what is it? The biggest thing when it comes to my filming is I prefer almost nobody to be home. Really, the only one I really like home is Brian. Other than that, if they're here, I will not film. So that's priority. I have to have privacy when filming. Number 2, when it comes to filming, is if I don't have time, I really don't care if I look nice. If I do have time, I will actually put makeup on and do my hair and all that stuff before I sit down and film. Do binge film as well, just like Sylwia said in her video. I will record like probably 3 or 4 videos at a time, but they don't always go up at the same time. And so that way, if it goes a week without people not being home, then I still have videos I can put out. So that's my procedure. Number 5 was, I'm not quite sure if I understood what it was talking about, but question number 5 is, representation in the media is really important to me. Have you ever read a book in which you felt represented in some way? If yes, what is it? If no, do you wish you could? I am interpreting this question to be, is that did a book that got represented in the media somehow, whether it was turned into a movie or a TV show or something like that, did it get represented correctly? At least that's what I'm interpreting from it. So for this question, I put yes, and I specifically wanted to mention a manga that I do not actually own anymore. I used to, but I lost it a long time ago, and it just so happens to be one of Sylvia's favorite, and she has it actually, she mentions it in her video, I believe, and it's sitting right behind her as well, and that is Tramps Like Us. It was turned into a Japanese drama or J-drama long time ago called Kimi wa Petto. Remember loving that TV show, and I felt like the characters played the relationship very well. The way that they interpreted it from the manga was really good, and I just absolutely love that manga. I really need to reread it. If you have not seen the live action adaptation, you should, because it's just as good. The actor who plays the main male protagonist in it is from an old J-pop band that I used to listen to back in the day, and that's another reason why I love it so much, but that's for another video. I hope that this question was answered correctly. I have no idea at this point in time if I did or not. Please tell me, Sylwia, if that's what you meant. On to question number 6. Name a book that has a positive or realistic representation of female friendship. And for that, I chose the friendship between Kaoru and Susanna from Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I absolutely love their friendship. They are always there for one another. They are, you know, your typical girls gossiping about guys. They share their deepest, darkest secrets. I mean, when it comes to best friends, and I'm sure it's the same with males, but me being a female and having a female best friend, we are so close that there's those moments when you don't even have to speak what you're thinking. They can just tell, and you can see that in the relationship between Susanna and Kaoru and how they're there for one another and they still make each other laugh. Susanna is a very funny character. It works well with Kaoru because Kaoru's got so many issues going on in this book, and Susanna is there to be kind of the comedic relief for her, who knows that she can rely on Susanna and that Susanna is always going to be there for her. And I just love their relationship, and this book is so good anyways. It's an awesome YA. By the way, you should check this one out if you haven't read it. Question number 7 is, tell us about a female protagonist that you love. And for that, I chose Vin from the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. She is such an amazing, kick-ass character. I always love very strong-willed female protagonists, and of course, she's no exception. She has her demons, she goes through things, and she grows a lot in the course of the 3 books, and I love her character. Question number 8, is there a female booktuber whose intelligence you admire? And for that, I had to go with my friend Adriana from Perpetualpages. I absolutely love watching all of her videos, even if I don't comment in them, although most videos I usually leave a little comment, but she is so eloquent in the way that she words things, and I just admire the way that she's so confident in her wording, and I want to get that way eventually, so really any booktuber that is that way with their videos, I absolutely love, but being that I had to pick one, I had to pick Adriana. She is awesome. I will leave a link to her channel down below. Go check her out if you haven't seen her yet. Question number 9 is which female booktuber makes you laugh? And for that, I had to go with the more obvious one, and that is Christine from Poland Bananas Books. I think everybody knows who she is. It's with good reason. She is amazing with her videos. The way that she edits them and cuts them is very funny and hilarious, and she's just a funny, outspoken person. For example, she was doing a review on The Well of Ascension, which is book 2 in the Mistborn trilogy. She was mentioning funny scenes from the books. There are quite a few, but she had a couple in particular that she found quite hilarious, and the number 1 happened to be like my favorite scene in that book as far as humor goes, and I'm sure a lot of other people thought it was funny too, but I found that very relatable towards me personally because that was my favorite humorous scene in the book, and that's why I absolutely loved it, and I giggled out loud to myself during that because she found something that I found funny, which again, that brought that relatable quality to the video for me. Anyways, and she is very opinionated and outspoken with those opinions, and again, I like that kind of personality, so I gravitate towards those booktubers the most, and being that she is so popular, obviously a lot of other people do too, so yes, Christine. In the very slight slim chance you've never heard of Poland Banana Books, I'll leave a link down below, but I'm pretty sure you have, so just in case Booktube is very new to you and you have not heard of it yet, I will leave that. The last and final question is, who are some protagonists in your TBR pile that you're excited to get to know? One of the more exciting ones that I'm looking forward to is getting to know more about Winter from the Lunar Chronicles. She was in the 3rd book briefly, but we don't really get to see a whole lot of her, and book 4 is named for her, Winter. So I'm pretty sure we'll get to see more scenes with her in it, obviously also being the last book, she's got to show up anyways, and I'm really interested in getting to learn more about her character and see how the story brings her in and what her relationship to everything is. I mean, we kind of know, but I want to know more about her anyways. That was all for this tag. Again, I'm going to thank Sylwia for tagging me. The next part is to tag 10 female booktubers, which I will think of because I haven't actually thought of who I'm going to tag. If you've been previously tagged already, because I did not check Sylvia's videos in who else she tagged, then I'm tagging you yet again because I'm just going to come up with my own list. So we have that, so check down in the description down below, see if your name is there. A lot of fun doing this tag, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!